All right, guys. Haven't done a whole lot of filming. Been pretty busy. Got 10,000 things going on. I wish I could film all of it. I just have too much to do. As you can see, the colors in the background here of the sassafras tree. Winter's coming, and I don't really have much place to work inside other than the building. Of course, it's full right now, and of course I keep a skid steer parked in there. So I got the swap truck sent down to the exhaust shop. I picked it up yesterday. It's back here, so I basically have to tidy up the wires, put the radiator in, a few other things, no big deal, and it will be done. I do have some tuning to do to it. I got my skid steer back last weekend, and I did, you can't see it, but I did quite a bit of cleanup with it. Those that don't know, I used to salvage out of this place. It's a 10-acre lot that I bought years ago, and I used to salvage out of it for supplementary income, you know, because you got a bunch of kids and you got to do that stuff. So I don't do that anymore. I mean, I do sometimes, but nothing like I did before. So I'm trying to get the place cleaned up, but that's going to have to wait because I have 10,000 other things going on. Picked up the swap truck, picked up the skid steer, did some cleaning. While all that was going on, I had to pull a head off this Caterpillar that's in this truck behind me. 1,000 horsepower cat we built a couple years ago. It ended up blowing a head gasket. It's making 50-60 pounds of boost, and it's really worked its ass off all, well, 180,000 miles. It's pulled 100,000 plus loads all the time. So it does work real hard. It's not mine, it's a buddy's customer, buddy of mine. Again, we built it a couple years ago, over a few years. Anyway, that's been done. The head is off. Found some warping in the head. Got to figure out what we're gonna do. Cam's also got some flaking on it. No big deal. Wasn't able to record just because we were trying to examine everything as it come off to figure out what the failure was. Line protrusions are all right. Everything is within a thou and a half of each other, which is plenty in spec. Plus, they are high, as high as they should be. They're at the very, very top of the spec. Anyway, I could probably show a little bit of that, but I'll probably show it when I go back together with it. I'm gonna try to record on that. Got my dump truck legal. And then one of my kids needs a car, so right now we are pulling an engine out of one car to put it in another one. So I'll pull you off the stand and show you what I've got going. So again, got the skid steer back. The backhoe attachment sitting over there. I do have a hydraulic leak on it I've got to fix. The Buick right there is the car that's going to get the engine from this one. I got this one on the lift. I know what you're going to say. Those tags are expired. I don't want to hear it. Yeah, I know what you're going to say. Hey, I got a jack stand under it. Plenty of crane. Don't want to hear it. Sometimes that's what you got to do. I've had to start over. I used to actually have a 5,000 square foot shop. Ended up having back surgery and some other stuff go on. I shut all that down, moved it out here. That's why I was salvaging, waiting on back surgery. I was able to, you know, use equipment and not have to use my back as much. And anyway, got that done years ago. No big deal. I basically am starting over. I mean, it really is a start over. My crane cylinder, my main boom, as you can see on one of my videos where I was unloading that engine block, my main boom has started having an internal leak, so I built a tube to go in there for now. It is what it is. I got to get that cylinder apart and get some, hopefully it's still good, and get some seals for it and put it back together. I work Monday through Thursday, Friday I had too much going on and I couldn't go get seals for it because I don't have it apart yet. It's laying right over there. So yeah, hey, we're getting there. But this car has 102,000 miles on it, but a deer decided to commit suicide, take out the front end. I'm gonna swap the whole cradle out of this one into that one. That was a little higher mileage car, but it's really good shape. So yeah, that's my day, is swap this engine, pull this engine, pull that engine, try to get it back in. It's like, I don't know, 9:30 in the morning or something, maybe 10, I don't remember. So yeah, I picked these two cars up, and yeah, here we go. We're gonna try to get some stuff done here. All right, got all the brakes off of it. I'm gonna have to get some of the engine mount hardware off of it. Again, I'm taking the whole cradle down. I have the lift actually chained around the cradle and the engine, holding it against it, so I can actually take all the bolts out of the lower side. Just think, if something goes wrong, you won't see this video. Person I bought it from apparently wanted the cats out of it, so I have to pull exhaust off of it. I will on the other car, of course. All right, I have everything off the bottom. I started with the bottom because I don't want to take coolant lines and anything loose that's going to drip on me. So I started with the bottom. Now all I got to do is set it down. I'm going to set it down on a pile of tires and then start getting everything off the top. I actually don't think I need 2 tires. Right there for a moment until I find a bucket to drain the coolant in. Let me get that done. Wasn't much coolant in it because the when it got wrecked, I guess the coolant was knocked out of it. It's got a hole right here. It's busted over here and over there. So I don't get a spare radiator, which would have been nice, but hey, you don't get cheap parts that aren't wrecked. Should have pulled the AC compressor off. And where did that socket go? So I don't bleed the AC off. I'll leave it closed. That way, if the other car has issues, I can take from this. If there's any AC in it, it may have busted. Yeah, there's none in it. Well, I guess there is. Yeah, we'll leave it alone and not bust it open. All right. Let me get my game plan together and I'll come back. Alright, I think I have everything disconnected. I think the steering shaft, I didn't unbolt it, I think it's separated. We're going to figure out and see what we're doing. I only have a couple hours in it, so I'll take the steering shaft loose on the other one so I don't pull the shaft apart. And then, of course, I got to pull the exhaust off the other one. That'll be easy. There's a couple of other things I may end up doing different. Yeah, I will leave the power steering pump in the car of the other car because this one was missing. And well, I'm gonna have to take lines loose anyway, so that doesn't matter. But I will leave the power steering pump in the car or change it over once I get it out. So yeah, a couple hours. That includes moving everything around and getting situated. I will have to use the ECM out of the other car because of VATS, anti-theft. But hey, everything else pretty good. No big deal. Like I said, this one's got 102,000 miles on it, so that ought to be pretty cheap 100,000 mile car. Yeah, it's a kind of a grandpa car, but it is a really nice car, and that one actually there was too. So if it hadn't been for the wreck, it would have lasted somebody a long time. So I got about $1,250 in 3 cars because I bought this one, I bought that one, and I bought that one. That one also has a bad engine, and it's actually a decent car, so I could throw an engine in it and either drive it as a gas getter for going to work, or I could throw it up for sale. Have very little money in it. Like I said, I got $1,250 in 3 cars. This one here is 102,000 miles. This should last that girl this should last her another 100,000 miles of very trouble-free driving. I mean, she tends to maintain her stuff. She's young, but she's got one of the other kids' cars she's been using, and she's been taking care of it really good. So yeah, this is like I said, $1,250. That's a cheap car to go for 150,000 more miles. These 3.8s, they're really good engines usually. The other one, I don't actually, both these 3.8s here I have rod knock. So you know, you never know. Maybe lack of maintenance or luck of the draw. So no big deal. We'll get it all done and put back together, and she'll have a nice, decent car. So hey guys, thanks for watching. I'm gonna get busy. I've got a bunch of moving stuff around to do to get the other car up here and get situated. So again, thanks. Appreciate you watching.